Hello guys, welcome to Space YouTube channel, and this video is a very short tutorial on how to make a simple to-do list app using Adalo. Let's take a look at it. Okay, so from yesterday's training, we checked out how Adalo works, and then we created this very simple to-do list app. Let's just preview it quickly so you can see what you're about learning how to do. Alright, so this is the app itself. It just allows you to type in the day of the week, maybe Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, or Saturday or Sunday, and then you put the task you want to do for a particular, like your task 1, and then you put your task 2, and then your task 3. Then you upload an image of what you want to give to yourself when you finish doing your entire task, and then you just click the button here to create the to-do list. And then you can also view recent to-do list like this. So yeah, so that's, and then you can edit the to-do list, and then you can also like delete the to-do list. So you can like click that, it will bring up a pop-up that says, are you sure you want to delete the list? You can say cancel, or you can actually say yes. Okay, so we're going to try to like rebuild this again from scratch very quickly. All right, so let's do it. Okay, so before we create that, you have to just come to this particular point here at the top of your screen, and then you locate the button here that says create new app. All right, click on the button, and then you will choose between either native mobile or desktop. So right now we're trying to build a native mobile application, so you just click on native mobile app here, and then after that you click on next, and then after that you have to click on blank and click on next, and then give your application a name. So I'll just call this to do. All right, so the application is called to do, and then I will just click on create. Now if at all you have like your own favorite colors you want to use, you can just click here, the primary color, and then change it to whatever color you want to use here. All right, by just playing around with this, this whole entire feature here. And then when you're done with that, you can just click on create. All right, so now when you create a new application the very first time, Adalo provides you with like 3 startup screen, right? There is a sign up page, and then the logins page, and then the home page. All right, it's also called screen. So sign up screen, login screen, and home screen. All right, so we're going to like try to redo what we saw in the other in the demo quickly right now. So in Adalo, what you basically have to do first is you have to come to database, and then create a database collection. Now that simply means you're going to have to create a database where all the details that will be submitted in the form that the user fills will go to, right? And then it is also going to be from this database that you're going to have be able to get stuffs out from the database and then display on your application. All right, so let's just go ahead and start, but instead of just starting from here, let's like reverse engineer it somehow. So let's bring a form and put here, because here in the home screen is where you're gonna have a form where your users will just like fill to put in their details, like the day of the week, the day of the week, and the task 1, the task 2, the task 3, and then upload an image of what they're going to give themselves when they are done building, when they are done doing all their tasks for the day. All right, so we'll just have to create a form first. So you click on the plus button here, and then you look for form. There's a form here, so you click on it, and then it will just follow your cursor, and then you just like drop it here. Now there's no detail on this form, like we just have here field 1, field 2, field 3, and then save. So that's because you have not directed it to a particular database. So if you check on the left hand side here, you see which data collection, like according to this form, which data collection is this form supposed to display or store information inside. So let's go back to the database now, and then we create a simple collection. We can call it to do. We call the collection to do, Now in this to do, we're going to have like several properties. So the very first property here is the day. So we just say day. So that's day of the week. We can just call it day of the week. So day of the week, that will be Monday, Tuesday, and the rest of the week. And then you add another property, which is going to be your task 1. So you have task 1. And then you add another property, which is going to be your task 2. Then you add another property, which is going to be your task 3. All right, so after you finish this, you have to add another property, which is going to be like the image you're going to, give to yourself. Not like an image. It's going to be like the food or gift you want to give to yourself when you're finished, like, doing a particular task. So I'll just click on the image property button here, image. The other ones were all text. All right, so when you want to collect a data which is going to be text, you use the one that has to do with text. If you want to collect a data that has to do with number, you use the one that has to do with number. When we reach the point where we're going to use numbers, I will show you how to do that. So here is going to be my reward. Let's just call it my reward. Let's make it more interesting than yesterday. So we call it my reward. So the image is my reward. So you come back here to the form and then you click on this. When you click on it, you select the collection that this particular form is going to submit to. So that's going to be the to-do list. So you click on the to-do list, and then okay, if you observe now, the screen overflows. All right, screen overflows. So you have like the screen here is like smaller than the details that I found inside. So you just tap on the home icon here, you tap on it, then you just click the bottom here and drag it down. All right, so you just drag it down like that, and then that's it. So with this now, you have a particular screen that can collect the details for the to-do list application. All right, so the next thing you want to do now is you want to create another screen where that is going to show all the details of the created to-do list. All right, so we're going to come back to the plus button here, and then it's bring us to the add component section. Then we will click on add screen. Then you will click on the app bar here, like this particular kind of screen called the app bar. You click on it and then you give it a name. So we'll just call it to-do list. To-do list details. You can be more creative than myself, okay? So all right, so here now what we'll just do is we need to bring a list here that will get all the data that we have stored in the database from filling this form, right? So we'll come back here to the component section, and then we will look for something called a simple list. First, you have to click on list, and then after that you will come to, it's supposed to be a simple list, but we can't customize that. So we're going to use a custom list. So you click on it, it will follow your cursor, and then you just like drop it here. All right, so this might be a little bit tricky, so you just have to like watch what I'm doing. So here, I just want to collect all the details that have been submitted here. The day of the week, the task 1, the task 2, the task 3, and then my reward. So what I'll just do is for me to edit the things that are inside here. This is a custom list, so you can actually edit the things that are here. So I will have to double tap. When I double tap, I can now click on the different details that are inside the the feature here. So I click on the title, and then I can let's just bring this a little bit down here. Then I'll push it to the edge here. Then I will click on the subtitle here and then push it here to then adjust the width of the text, border. Then what we're going to do now is we'll try to click on the card itself. There's a card inside here. So you click on it. All right, it highlights like that, and then you drag it down a little bit. So I want to have some space so I can actually put the rest of the item. So I think I will just have to push this to a little bit further to the right. So I drag it a little bit like this so that I can have a good space for my image. Okay, so like that, and then I will just adjust the width again. Then what I'm gonna do right now is I'm going to try to copy the subtitle and just replicate it. This is going to be for my task 1, task 2, task 3. All right, and then I will just add one more feature that we didn't do yesterday just to make it cool. All right, so I'll Ctrl C and Ctrl V, that's copy and paste. And then I have another one there, Ctrl C, Ctrl V, copy and paste. And then I'll add one more thing here we didn't do yesterday. So Ctrl C, Ctrl V, and then, all right. So now this particular last one is going to be the day, the date that this particular to-do list was created, like the date, the time, like when it was created, right? Maybe 5 seconds ago, 3 seconds ago, and all that. All right, so here you click on the title here, and then on the left section here, you will see that it's here, title. All right, so what you do here is you just go ahead and then delete it, and then click on the, you can just write here day, all right, like we did yesterday, day, and then you click on the magic text, right? If you click on it here like this, and then, oh, we can't find anything from the database, right? Now the reason is because the screens in Adalo have to be connected so that they can share data, right? So this is just like a very blank screen. Some students actually had this problem already, and then, you know, when they clicked on the magic text here, they don't get to see anything that has to do with the database that we had used in storing the information from the form. All right, so I'm going to show you how to, you know, fix this. All right, so let's just okay, let's just like name them, all of them first. So let's just say this is task 1. All right, then this is going to be task 2. Then this is going to be task 3. Then this is going to be this is going to just be the date. The date is okay. Don't worry, that's just going to be like the time, how long ago the list was created, right? We're going to just do that. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to go back to fixing that issue. So for you to be able to move data from one screen to the other, you have to point the other screen to the screen you want the data to be moved to. Now this is it. So this particular screen here is not taking anything, right? So now this is supposed to be a list of something, right? It's supposed to be a list of something. So what we're going to do is you're going to have to like click on this first, the entire thing, and then you check it here. What is this list made up of, right? So when you click on here, you direct it that it is, oh, it's a to-do list. All right, it's taking stops from the database called to do. All right, and then now if you do that, what is going to happen now is if you tap again twice inside it, and then you tap on this you know, the different components here, and then you go back to here, all right, and then you click on the magic test, you now have current to-do list, right? Have you seen it? So now this is exactly what you should have actually done before, and you know, you didn't do it. So you click on the magic text here, then you see current to-do list. Now that's because you've specified where the data is coming from. So if you don't specify where the data is coming from, you won't have a current to-do list. All right, so now we're going to say this particular day is going to be the day of the week, so we select day of the week. Then for task 1 is going to be you know, current to-do list task 1. Then the task 2 is going to be task 2 here is going to be the current to-do list task 2. Then the third one here is going to be the current to-do list task 3. All right, so that's how you get to do this. Now we have something here, the last one here, which I said it's just like a new thing that we brought up. So here you click on the magic text, then you come to current to-do list, and then created date. All right, so this is going to show created 2 seconds ago, 3 minutes ago, 1 hour ago. Really cool stuff. All right, so we can just create click on it and say created date. So that's going to be like really nice. Then the next thing we have to just create right now is we're going to put our image. So we go back to the component section and then click on image and then drag it into here. You will see it will duplicate in all the, you know, the components of this list. Then you just go ahead and adjust it. All right, so we're almost done with this lesson. You just adjust it a little bit here, Then just play around with this a little bit. Okay, so all right, that's it. So I'll just adjust it like this, and yes, we have the image properly fit in that box. So I just to make it a little bit nice, I will just try to reposition it a bit. Okay, then I will select all of this. I click on one, then I hold down my shift button, and then I just tap on the remaining. All right, just to bulk select. Then I will just rearrange them. I just want it to look a little bit neat and cool. All right, so I will click back this big one and then just adjust it a bit. All right, so that's it. I just wanted to make it neat. Okay, but that's gonna pose a problem, right? Yes, because I need to put a button for edit and delete. Okay. Okay, no problems. We'll put the edit and delete button somewhere. No, let's just undo that. Let's undo that because I need some space on top. I need some space on top. All right, so we're not like focused on the UI or the design right now. We just want to see how the features work. Okay, so all right, so with this now we can have the details from the application showing here. So we can just quickly like try it out, right? Before we try it out, since this was supposed to be like a very short video, let's just go ahead and add the other feature, right? So we can just go ahead and come here, click on the add component button, and then select button, drag it. Oh, not this particular button, we need an icon. So go to button and then click on icon, and then it will just follow your cursor. Then you can just put it here. Then on the left section here you can change the icon. So we want an edit icon, so you can just use this. Reduce the size to, let's say, 14. Yeah, 14 or 16 is okay. All right, so what this is going to do is it's going to lead us to another form. We're going to create the edit form screen right now. And then, but before we do that, let's just copy this, Ctrl C, Ctrl V, and then we have it copied and pasted. So we're going to change this second one to delete button. Delete button. Yep, that's it. So we have like two there. So let's just change the delete button, double click to be able to access the details inside. Let's change that one to red because that's like a danger zone. All right. Okay, so okay, so that's it. And then what else do we need to do? Let's just bring this down a little bit. Okay, so what are we gonna do now? We're going to create a screen for the edit to-do list. So we click on that, and then we say edit to-do list. All right. So you click on that, and then we have a screen for this. So now what we're going to do now is we're going to go bring another form again, so that it will bring out stubs from the database that we had already stored, and then we can just like, you know, edit it, like delete it and type in new things. So we'll come back, we'll get a form, and then we'll just put it here. All right, now this form is going to be from the data collection to-do list. Don't forget to select this. Then it overflows again, so you just click on this to adjust it a bit. All right, so what I did was I tapped on the edge here, and then I now went ahead and then adjusted it from the bottom here, right? Okay, so we have these details. So now we're not creating a to-do list, we're actually just updating the to-do list. So how do we make this particular place to turn to updates, right? Updates to do. So what we do is we're going to come to actions, and then no, not actions. So let's just click on this. All right, so we clicked on it on the detail itself, and then instead of here create new to do, we're going to change it to, oh, it's only create new to do that we can do. So what's going to happen is we have to connect each of these screens now, because they have to be able to share data. Yeah, because this guy has to receive data from this screen. All right, if it is editing stops from this screen. All right, so otherwise it's not going to work out. So first of all, let's just connect this. So when the user creates a to-do list, the user is supposed to be redirected to this to-do list detail page, right? So here on the submit button, I'm currently on the home screen section right now, and then I'm clicking on the form for the the home. So what I will just do is I'll go to the submit button, and then the first action was to create the to-do list. The second action here is going to be to link to the to-do list page. All right, so we click on add action, and then go to link, and then go to to-do list details. Right, that simply means that after this page has been submitted right into the database, the next thing it just does, it will just automatically like move to the to-do list page. All right, so now when that happens, we will have data moving from the home screen here to the to-do list details page. Now we're also going to redirect some data from here. Now let me show you what I mean by data. Right now, if you come here, all right, on the to-do list part, and then you come to components. All right, oh, not component, where is it? Okay, I think at some point I've got to show you that particular part where you get to see what data is stored on each of the pages. Okay, so let's just click on the edit button here. So you click on the edit button, and then what you do is you will tap on this. Like, the idea is to tap on it and it will take you to this edit to-do list. So we are going to now create an action for this particular icon. So you click on add action, and then go to link, and then take it to edit to-do list. That's it. Now, if at all you've observed what is happening here, so it says here, send this data to edit to-do list. That means it is sending this particular data in the to-do list details page, all right, to the edit to-do list page. So that's the idea. So you click on done, and then for the delete part, we're going to work on that shortly. So when we come back to this point right now, instead of creating the new to-do list, we're going to update the current to-do. All right, so now we have the update current to-do feature, right? So now we can actually update it. So it changes here. We now have update to-do. All right, so now when it finishes updating, we want it to point back to the to-do list details page. So what we do is we come back to the submit button, and then the action was to update, so we add another action, which is going to be to link back to the to-do list details page, right? So that's it. It pushes back everything to the to-do list details page. So we click on done. All right, so the last thing we're going to do now is to create the delete functionality. So of course, just like in standard applications, whenever you're deleting something, you're supposed to get some sort of pop-up message that will ask you, are you sure you want to take the action you're about taking? So for that to happen, we're going to use something called modal, right? So it's a kind of screen. You can create your own new screen and then redesign it and make it really nice. So we're just going to use what is available here. In subsequent lessons, we're going to see how to redesign these things ourselves. So we'll just come to modal, come to the add component section, then switch to add screen, and then go to modal. So in modal, you can just click on this. So you say delete screen. All right, let's just call the screen delete screen. So you have it here. It tells you, note, when you link to this modal screen, in the link action, select modal as the transition type. All right, so we will work on this. Now what this simply means is okay, don't worry, I'm just gonna fix that immediately. So I will just double tap on this, and then we are going to change it to what we want here. So we're going to say are you sure you want to delete this to-do list? Very nice question. So now what happens is that there's a cancel will link it back to the previous page where it came from, and then the OK screen, we're going to just change this to yes, yes. And then what happens here, we're going to set the action, right? So we're going to say okay, click on this. Now we're going to say no, we're not trying to link it back to the last page. We just want to delete that one. We want to add an action that says deleted. Now it's saying delete the logged in user. So now there's a little challenge there because we have not linked the screens. So we'll come back here to the to-do list details page. I double tap twice to access the components inside it, and then I'll click on the delete. So it was not pointing to the delete screen, so it was not sending any data from the to-do list database to the delete screen, the pop-up. All right, so we will now tell it, okay, when I click on the delete icon here, I want it to take me to the delete screen. All right, so it takes me to the delete screen. So now when it's taking me to the delete screen, it is also taking the current to-do list data. See it here. So we have the current to-do list data to the delete screen. So I will click on the done, and then that's it there. So I will come back here. When I come back here, double click to access the components inside and click on the yes button. When I go down here and then I click on action, I want to delete. It now tells me, oh yeah, you can delete either the logged in user and of course the current to-do list. We don't want to delete the logged in user. We just want to delete the current to-do list. So we click on the current and then we click done. And then we also need to add another action. That means after that is done, we need to be redirected to the previous page. Right now, all right, so let's just click on this to add another action. So after deleting, take back to the to-do list details page. All right, so we click on done. So like that, we're done with our application. Like we're done. And okay, so I think there are some things that we needed to do. So click on this. All right, so click on the yes. Then we need to change. What do we need to change? Do we need to change anything? Okay, yeah. So when you're trying to like link to another page, you can just change this. Okay, not this one. Let's go back here first. All right, so when you're trying to move these to like you're trying to tell it that when I click this button, let it take me to the delete screen. There's something called here the transition the transition type. So instead of push, we're gonna have to call it modal. Right, so yes, so if you say push, it's taking you to just a new page, but modal, it will allow you to pop up and overfloat on top of your current screen. And that's actually how pop-ups work. So we do modal, right? And then that's it. So we can now go ahead and test our application. Hopefully nothing has broken. So all right, so let's just test the application quickly. So we click on preview, and then the very first screen that we are going to see is the sign up page. So we will just create a new account. Let's just call it sam@gmail.com, and then it's going to be 1 2 3 4 5. Let's just change this 1 2 3 4 5. It can be anything for your own case, so we can call this Sam Joe. All right, then we just go ahead and then click on the sign up button here. Now with that, now we're going to be pushed into the very first screen, which is the home screen, and then we can now go ahead and then create details. So here I will just say today's is my task for today. Yeah, so I'll just say Tuesday, no, Wednesday, and then the task 1 is wake up. The task 2 is brush my teeth. Then the third one is say a prayer. Now, so if I've been able to complete this, my reward is going to be this beautiful plate of fried rice here. So I'll just click on that and then I will upload it. All right, so when I'm done with this, I will just go ahead and then click the create to-do list. Right, I will just click on this, and then it will take me to the screen that shows the details of the to-do list. Oh, there's a small problem. There's a very small problem. The image here is not showing. What could be the reason? All right, so let's just go back and then see if at all. Oh, see, we did not give Adalo the direction where it can actually take the image from. The image has actually been stored in the database, but it's not coming out of it. So we're going to have to click on this, double tap, and then we select the image source. We didn't select our image source. So we click on this, and then we click on database, current to-do list, my reward. All right, so now the image is going to like show very well. So let's just add one more feature here. Now the thing we did in the last class is what we're going to do right now. So let's just add another button here that says view all to-do list. So we click here, to add button, and then we will rename this button to view all list. Then we'll just like delete the icon. All right, so then we go ahead and give it an action. We click on add action, and then it's going to to-do list details page. All right, so that's it. Okay, so let's just go ahead and then preview it again one more time, and then we will go back to view to-do list page just to see whether we have all the details. So just view all list. So we'll click on this, it takes us to the to-do list details, and yes, we now have an image. We have an image, a very beautiful image. Then we have the details that we had already stored in the form. The day is Wednesday. It's task 1 is wake up, task 2 is brush my teeth, task 3 is say a prayer. Now you can actually design this by making it bold and as much as you want and adding colors. We will check that out in today's class. All right, so then it shows you 2 minutes ago. This is the new feature I was talking about. So 2 minutes ago, that means this stuff was actually created like 2 minutes ago. So in some of your applications, you might want to show your user how long ago that a particular thing was posted. Maybe if at all you're creating some sort of news feed for a social media application, something like that. So we can just click on the edit here. All right, so and then we can just change this. Instead of Wednesday, we can just say Thursday. All right, and then update it. It will take us back to the to-do list details page. So now we have it's updated. It's now Thursday instead of Wednesday, right? We can also delete it, but before we delete it, let's go back to you know, the very first part, and then let's fill in our detail. Let's say Friday dream well at night, then wake up and then brush my teeth. All right, okay, so I'll just click on my reward and then select my reward. So it's gonna be shawarma, really nice reward. Okay, so we're almost done with the lesson, so we can just go ahead and then click on create to-do list, and this is going to push it to the database, and then we can see it in the to-do list details page. So now we have like the two details that we've created. They stack on top of each other according to the time that it was posted. So this was posted a few seconds ago, so it's on top. This was posted 3 minutes ago, so it's just like below. All right, so now we can actually delete this. So we can click on the delete icon. Let's delete the old one. So delete this. It obviously, so initially it was more like a push, so we were like pushing it to the next page. So I mean the transition type, but now we use modal, so it appears on top of the current screen, right? Just like how it's supposed to be. All right, so we can click on cancel it to take us back, or we can just go ahead and then click on yes, and it will actually delete it, and then it will take us back to the initial page, which is the to-do list details page. So that's the end of the training. Thank you very much for checking out this YouTube video from Illspace. And just to support what we're doing here, just click on the subscribe button, and then subscribe to Illspace YouTube channel, to this YouTube channel, and then also click on the like button if you like this video, and then share to your friends if you want to see how you can also help them learn how to build web and mobile applications without having to write a single line of code using Adalo. Thank you very much. See you in the next lesson.